It's time for Community Matters, a service of TCB Broadcasting, and it's sponsored by Vidalia Federal in Lyons and Vidalia, Todd Paget Housing Center in Claxton. Now let's see what's happening in our community with host Tony Doc Wardlaw.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to this edition of Community Matters. I'm your host, the Doc. Here I am on another beautiful Wednesday morning. It's always sunny on Wednesday mornings, even when it's raining, Dave. And I'm just so happy to be here with you. It's hump day, everybody. Woo, woo. And we're getting over it. And listen, I've got some, the gang's all here, but we got one new band member in the house, in the person of Brad Owens. We've got Jake Cleghorn, who is back with us, the Sweet Onion Festival Committee Chair, and his sidekick, Brother Brad Owens, this morning. How you doing, fellas?
Doing great. I'm glad to be here as always. Thank you.
Oh, man, it's that time of the year.
It's that time.
Where our whole community comes together in unity and in bliss.
That's it. Just don't pull the curtain back.
It's the Sweet Onion Festival time, fellas.
We are ready. We thank y'all, as always, for allowing us to be here and kind of talk about what's going on. Brad and I were talking on the way over. Brad said he looked at his calendar and said, "This next week. It is go time.
It is upon us.
This last little bit has really flown by. So, but we are ready to get going. In the final preps, we got our final committee meeting tomorrow, and then it'll be boots on the ground, tents on the ground, and people running around like crazy. So,
well, it's an exciting time of the year. I mean, you can already feel it in the atmosphere, and I always look forward to this time of the year, and we've got a pretty good schedule planned for everybody this year, right?
We do. We're very excited about our schedule this year. Like we mentioned last time, we have kind of converted to kind of a music festival format for this time, and we're excited about everything going on throughout the whole week. But we'll kick off with the movie Under the Stars, Minions: Rise of Gru, Tuesday night. Right. Welcome everybody to come out. That's a free event. We'll have a few vendors there and have the movie. Wednesday will be the chalk walk, and then Thursday we'll roll into opening ceremonies. We're excited about that. We'll be opening up and talking more about what's going on, and then Thursday night will be our fireworks. Okay. And have the Geek Squad coming Thursday that everybody has come to love here in Vidalia and Lyons, and they've been part of the festival, part of the chamber, and so got a little local following with them. They'll kick us off, and we'll have some more music that night as well, and then rolling into Friday and Saturday nights with the concerts, the vendors all throughout the days, and then really excited about the Sunday concert this year, calling it Praise in the Park. That's going to be a free event for everybody. Sunday afternoon, we'll have free food and free music, so inviting everybody to come out for that. Still tickets on sale for the concerts, $5 tickets for Thursday night, for the opening ceremonies, Geek Squad, for the street dance, and then Friday and Saturday night, those tickets are still available, VidaliaOnionFestival.com. We're doing a little something different this year. We tried it last year, and it really worked for us. We have a VIP section this year, which is for all of you that's familiar with the park. It's the grassy area in front of the stage at City Park, and we'll have. You won't have to bring your chairs. We'll have chairs set up for you in that VIP section. You'll have your own restroom. Those tickets are a little bit more, but they're well worth the money. And doing something this year where we're offering combo tickets for Friday and Saturday night. You can do that on the VIP ticket or the regular ticket, either one, and get a discount for a combo if you want to come enjoy both nights with us.
So. And I can tell you, if you've bought concert tickets in the past couple of months, year or so, it's a great deal for the entertainment we're providing. It's a fantastic deal.
Well, we want to. These ticket prices are for the concerts on Thursday and Friday night. Or is that Friday and Saturday?
So Thursday night's a $5 ticket, and then Friday and Saturday will be the regular concert tickets. There is an early bird price that's on right now.
Okay.
We are encouraging that'll be ending. So we're encouraging you to get your tickets will be available all the way up through the concert, but of course, as a committee, we're hoping we're sold out by the time the concert starts.
That's
so
right.
Get online, get your tickets now. VIP tickets are especially going fast.
Okay.
Because as Brad said, it is really a good deal for a concert ticket with the talent that we have coming this year. So get out there, get your tickets, and get them locked down because we're hoping we're going to be sold out by the time the concert gets here.
All right, for our listeners, let's tie up some loose ends. The early bird specials on the tickets for the concerts are how much?
It's $40 on the early bird, and I think it goes up $5 until the gate, and then goes up $5 again at the gate. So,
okay. And when will the early bird tickets
I
end?
think they end this week.
This week,
so
yeah.
I think
That's
think
about Friday.
yeah,
Yes.
I think it is Friday.
So payday is Friday. Go ahead and get
That's
your
right.
tickets,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
All right. So the other thing is the VIP prices. What
Yes.
are those?
So the regular VIP is $100 for each night, but if you do the combo ticket, it's $170 for the combo.
Oh wow!
For the 2 nights.
So you get a $30 discount.
That's right.
Oh man, that's and you
that's
get entry in both nights.
Correct.
As well as stage side.
You're right there in front of the stage, and you have a VIP restroom that is all yours just for the VIP section. And they're very nice. We have them each year, and we always have them for the sponsor tent, but this year we'll have it for the VIP section as well. So.
In the VIP section, just a question here from the doc: any food?
So what I would say is the VIP is they will have a special area to purchase their drinks where they won't have to come back through the crowd. There is that amenity for the VIP section, that in the restroom. The food, I want to say this because we could not do this. We could not have a $100 VIP ticket without these people, and that's our sponsors.
Excellent.
So we want to thank all of our sponsors. We have just been blown away with the support that we have had from the business community, individuals in the community sponsoring the festival. And we could not do what we do, and we could not have ticket prices for what they are without the sponsors. So we're very excited. We will have upwards of 500 people in our sponsor tent because of the number of sponsors we had this year. And we're thankful for that. We're able to provide our sponsors with a full meal, drinks, and they'll have a stage view that's as good as anything in the park. So make sure that if you're a sponsor and you've helped us out, we'll be getting those passes out to you. We're getting those bags ready tomorrow. Be getting those out Friday and Monday to everybody. Make sure to utilize your passes. Come eat with us, drink, and watch some good entertainment, and be rewarded for what you've done for us. So.
Outstanding. Well, everything this year it's our understanding is that it will be downtown.
Correct.
Other than arts and crafts and the carnival, yes.
And on that, I'll mention arts and crafts is completely sold out. They have 100 vendors plus food vendors this year. They added additional space, and they filled it completely up. So a couple of new things there. So as Brad said, arts and crafts, carnival, recipe contest, all of that's in the community center area like it normally is.
Okay.
But they'll have live music, and DVA is doing the onion ring sales that they always do, but they've added 2 things. They've added live music to their sale.
Wow.
So there'll be local artists playing throughout the day while they're selling. And they actually offered a new menu item this year. They're going to do fried pork skins along with the onion rings, flavored pork skins. So that's a good thing. DVA always has fun with that. It's a kind of a kickoff for a lot of people come there, eat a hot dog and onion rings, and that's the way they start the festival each year. So I've met people from New York, California, Wyoming. They're eating a hot dog and onion rings and just talking to the people that come for the festival. So that's something always people look forward to. As well.
That's good. Are we going to have an onion eating contest this year?
We are going to have an onion eating contest. It's just
Wouldn't be a festival without that.
Makes my mouth water just thinking about it. Oh, yes.
I can see old Brad up there now.
I'm going to wait for the bobbing for onions contest myself.
But yes, the world famous onion eating contest will be taking place. I think it's the most onions in 3 minutes. I think
that's Saturday at 4.
And that's Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock.
So. Wow. Okay, so for those of you who are listening and you want to hear all of these events and know the schedule of events, you can go to VidaliaOnionFestival.com.
That's it. All the information's on there.
VidaliaOnionFestival.com. All of the information is there. A list of all of the activities, dates, and times are there. We've got some special stuff for the children this year, I see.
We do. I am excited. If all of you that were listening last time remember, we left you with a major teaser.
Cliffhanger.
That's it. So you will see that this week. We finally got the press releases, but our hometown Atlanta Braves are coming back to see us again this year, and I think it says a lot for the city. The tour actually reached out to us. The Braves tour reached out to us and said that we were the second most attended event that they had with the trophy tour, with the number of people that went through the tent at the air show last year when we had the trophy. So they put together a new tour this year. It's a interactive event where you come, you put in your name, you put in your baseball number, they take a picture of you, and it'll print out your own baseball card, Atlanta Braves baseball card. They'll have Atlanta Braves memorabilia there, and I'll be offering discounts for Braves tickets and game discounts as well there at the booth.
Wow.
They will only be here on Saturday. They will be here most of the day during the vending hours on Saturday.
Okay.
11 to 7, I got confirmed yesterday.
Okay, 11 to 7.
Will be the times.
And that will be close to Meadows Park.
Okay.
So it just come down, check that out. A lot of great vendors, but we're excited about that. I'm excited as an adult, but especially for the kids. We're going to get that information out. They have opening day at the rec department this Saturday for Vidalia. We're going to be passing out information for that to get the kids to come and get their own baseball card made. So
and Doc, the baseball card, it's going to look like you're in Truist Park. At the plate, and I asked the lady, I said, I'm a 70s kid, can I get one with Fulton County Stadium in it? And she said that they did not have the ability to do that, unfortunately.
So sorry,
I thought maybe it might be worth something if I can make it look like it was Fulton County.
You got to come on to the modern day.
Yeah, I gave it my best shot. So.
But you mentioned that for the kids, we do have a couple things. We've got the carnival going on throughout the week, always a big hit.
And it stays open pretty late, doesn't it?
It does. I think it's 11 each night.
My son closed it down last year.
That's right.
Every night.
They try to do that. They try to do that every year. So we do have a couple of our local schools will be singing at the Sunday night event. So looking forward to that. And don't forget all the things going down here in Lyons. We got Tales from the Altamaha going on and the rodeo going on again this year. Rodeo was a huge sellout for a huge event last year, and we'll have that going on as well, along with a...
I think Dave's in the rodeo.
You're a clown. That's it.
And Jake's riding the bull, right?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Got the schedule set.
Oh, boy.
Don't forget the Onion Run, and something this year they will be having back there. I think they've had it in the past, but they'll be having the pancake breakfast at the beginning of the Onion Run, which is a missions fundraiser. And so they'll have the breakfast and then the Onion Run Saturday morning. So,
all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and pull up VidaliaOnionFestival.com. We're going to take a break, and then we want to talk about, after the break, we want to talk about some logistical things and some of the arrangements that have been made for parking and travel. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. But go ahead and pull up the VidaliaOnionFestival.com, and that way you can peruse through this as we continue to talk about it right after these messages.
smarter, not harder. Here at Vidalia Federal, we are all about that phrase, as we strive to make your life easier. No more drowning in paperwork or being interrogated over the idea of buying a house. Getting a home loan should be an enjoyable, simple process, not a daunting task. This is Julia McKenzie with Vidalia Federal Savings Bank, and I am here to make the mortgage process easy and simple. Come see me at the Vidalia branch on Jackson Street to talk about your next home purchase or refinance. I look forward to serving you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas. This is Anthony J. with Todd Paget Housing Center. And no, I'm not Santa, but we sure are slaying the competition over here in Claxton, Georgia. We build our manufactured homes more energy efficient, better built, and have the best setup than anyone else. Whether you've been naughty or nice, come by and we'll be glad to show you the Todd Paget Housing Center difference. Jingle us at 912-732-1466 or stop your sleigh at 5260 Highway 280 West in Claxton, Georgia. Todd Paget Housing Center. All of your housing solutions under one roof.
Dorothy Davis with Southeastern Business Solutions here, specializing in website services, graphics management, and video editing. We have partnered with TCB Broadcasting to bring your sponsorship ads to life with their live on-air programs, which are recorded and archived along with your sponsorship ads as they were aired at the time of production. These programs are viewable by anyone at any time from anywhere on major social outlets like YouTube or Facebook, to include TCBBroadcasting.com's website. That's a lot more viewing potential, more than you would get than with a still banner that's only viewable by website visitors. With this kind of viewing potential, you want to make sure your ad says a lot more than a simple animated logo can say. These services are only available on TCBBroadcasting.com, and the spots are limited. So reach out to your TCB Broadcasting account executive and get yours locked in as soon as possible. You can bring your own video with you, or you can email Dorothy at southeasternbusinesssolutions.com, and you and we can put our creative minds together to come up with the perfect ad that says the perfect message and gets you the perfect attention.
Welcome back to this edition of Community Matters. I'm your host, Tony Wardlaw, the Doc, and I'm here. We've got a new sheriff in town, ladies and gentlemen, and his name is Jake Cleghorn. Andy Woodruff. Shouts out to you, but
absolutely. He sold us out this morning. I think his paying job got in the way this morning, so we can all understand.
Yeah, we can understand that. Somebody has a job. He's actually
didn't know that.
Hey man, shouts out to you, Andy. But
Absolutely.
let me tell you, it's in good hands. We've got Brad Owens and the one and the only debonair himself, Mr. Jake Cleghorn. And look, I mean, it's all coming together here. We've got some things in place this year for travel and parking. You want to tell everybody about that? I mean, we're all going to be downtown. I know there are questions about parking and even some logistics, but we've got some things in place.
We do, and it is a question we get asked a lot, and we didn't dance around last year. Logistically, the traffic flow was something that it was a learning experience for us. Obviously, everybody in town knew a better way to do it than us, from what we heard. But really, we took the feedback that we got. We did have a layout for last year, and it worked tremendously well. But that was just a lot of traffic, and just logistically, it was tough. So we knew going into this year that we were going to get questioned with that, and it's a very large event for downtown. Okay. Yeah. We're not going to steer away from that. We know that there will be chances that people have to park a distance away from the stage. What I've told people over and over is the first time I went to Truist Park, I had no idea where I was going to park, but I parked and I made it in the ball game, and we're going to do all we can to show people available parking. Yeah. and there is more parking than we give downtown credit for.
Excellent.
But it's going to be it will be full, and we know that. So the one thing I would like to say is that we do have a handicap specific area.
Okay.
It will be from in front of Sign and Stamp down to the Vintage Barber down on that end. That whole front row 280
Excellent.
side of parking will be handicap only. There's access up onto the sidewalk in the center of that parking area. We'll have that signage showing that area, but that whole area there will be designated for handicap parking.
Good.
We do have something this year that we're very excited about. We have an app this year. It's through Eventney. You'll go on and download Eventney and then pull up our festival. And hopefully we'll be rolling out information on that app throughout the entire festival. But again, most of you know us, know parts of the committee. If you got questions, reach out to us. You have our cell numbers and all. We'll get to you as quick as we can.
Yeah.
But the app is the go-to definite way to get a quick answer on things.
So in Lions in particular, we have the rodeo. Is there any extended parking or driving like we had last year?
All of the we are not going to designate a parking area like we did for the air show with the shuttles for this year. We did try that. We get asked these questions a lot, so I'm glad to let the community know. It's a difficult. We have access to school buses, but with insurance policies and different things.
Good.
Anytime we add parking, it's an insurance and a liability issue for the city, for the committee, and it's not oftentimes that we don't want to do more. It's that our hands are a little tied sometimes of what we can do and we can offer, and certain verbiage, it puts liability back on the business owners that own the parking lots, and we don't in any way want to endanger anything for our local businesses, our city, or our committee, and so we have to walk through all of that, and we do it well, but there's a lot of things that people assume we can do that we just can't do. So we are not going to do a shuttle for that reason this year. We're evaluating what we can do for next year for the air show. We've got some people that's been very gracious to us that we think we can expand some parking areas and different things for next year. But for this year, we do want to let everybody know we are going to be shutting downtown down portions of the day.
Okay.
That will be starting at 2:00 on Thursday, and that's just so that we can get our vendors set up and ready to go for the opening ceremonies for Thursday night. The streets will open back each night late in the evening, but we are shutting them down Friday and Saturday at 9 a.m. Each day.
Got it.
Now, I'm going to let Brad talk a little bit about the downtown businesses, but hear me. We're not shutting downtown businesses. So the downtown businesses are going to be open all day Thursday, all day Friday. We will have parking areas where people can park and still access downtown.
That's excellent.
Meadows will still be open for the patients that they have coming in downtown. Their parking area will still be open for their patients to come in.
Great.
So we want to accommodate everything that we can on the downtown side. But I'll let Brad speak to. Brad's been kind of handling our vendor areas and kind of a liaison for downtown businesses for the committee this year. So.
Yeah, and I think it's important to understand that, one of the reasons that we're coming downtown is to include them.
Right.
We wanted them to be a part of the festival. We wanted to utilize the park. We wanted to involve everybody who's already there and let them know that they're important as well.
Excellent.
And so, with the 46 or so vendors that we have and, 30 some odd businesses that'll be open and out on the streets, selling their products as well downtown, we've got 75, 80 businesses that are participating of every type of food and arts and crafts and trinkets and things that you can buy and things that you can do. We're going to have a kids zone set up in Meadows Park with all type of activities for the kids. It's just going to be a great overall event for everybody downtown, and I really think that the businesses are going to get a lot of traffic and a lot of business out of it, a lot of exposure. And that's something that we really wanted. I know that a couple of the restaurants downtown are going to be participating with some of the rules that we have put in place for the festival, so that they can serve food and drink items on the streets that I think have been real popular in some of the festivals that they've had recently in the past with the Downtown Association. So we're just looking forward to it. We think it's going to be an awesome event that's going to be all-inclusive to everybody downtown and give everybody an opportunity to see what's wonderful about our city.
You know, I'm looking at this, Brad, as you're talking, and all right, this is our community, but I'm telling you, the acts and the exposures that we're bringing to this area, you would think that we were in New York.
Oh yeah,
L.A.
it's
somewhere.
Big. Well, you know, like Jake was saying earlier about the Braves thing, they only selected 8 events in the state of Georgia.
You see that? I mean, this is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And what about some of the acts that we have coming into town?
We are super excited about our lineup, and the way this all started. We were all kind of set on bringing one major big star in, and we worked on that for probably 45 days, and it just did not come together, and we were just constantly texting, meeting, trying to decide what to do, and we decided, hey, let's reach out to some up and comers and some different things, see how it goes. Well, that was our original plan. What we found out was Gabby Barrett, who is our headliner for Saturday night, is just a tremendous hit throughout this entire area. We have got a lot of positive feedback from her coming. I think she's got a great following, especially in our area, and so we're excited about that. But what we also did, and I'd like to take the credit for, the committee would, but it happened. We got Nate Smith, and right after we booked him, he had 2 number ones in a row, and was trending as the number 1 country artist in America.
I mean,
and within 30 days of us booking him. So we are very excited about that. He has a really cool voice, and brings just a little bit different voice, and I guess a little different music than what we've had in the past. But he's got a great following as well. Drew Green is an up and comer. Mitchell Tenpenny on Friday night is a name that a lot of people know. He has a big following, and you know, we try to hit every demographic, every age group, and all. And what we found is we've always, as we brought in some older artists or some people that are kind of on the end of their careers, it brings in the older group. This year we've been able to engage a lot with the younger groups. A lot of the college kids are very excited. I hear my kids in the high school talking about their friends, talking about the artists that are coming this year. And then the Sunday night event, and I mentioned the Geek Squad. The Geek Squad really, truly does have a local following now. We're excited about that. I have several people that's coming Thursday night just to hear them, because they keep hearing, hey, these people are really, really good, and they are. They are true entertainers.
Big time.
And then Sunday night, you know, we had some help lining up Byron Cage, and Byron has been tremendous to work with, and offered to come, and we have a lot of feedback from him coming on Sunday. I think that's going to bring a different demographic. It's going to bring something that we have not done in the past, and we have had a lot of positive feedback from the community on him coming. And then Austin French, he has a tremendous following. Actually, when we rolled out all of the names on social media, Austin, who will be the final act on Sunday night, probably had as much comments on social media as anybody. So we're really excited about the whole lineup starting from Thursday on. And I'm, you know, a lot of these people are new to me, but I've gone and listened to their music, and they're really good. They got tons of followers on social media, tons of hits on their videos, and they're continuing to trend up. All of them are. So.
And did you mention that Sunday free?
Sunday is 100% free.
And I hear the Wardlaw brothers.
That's exactly right.
Come on.
I mean, you know,
I say
those silky voices.
I think every year we talked about Andy a little bit during the break, and right as we came on, Andy has been tremendous to the committee and what he's brought the festival to. And I think every chairman has something that they like to bring to the festival to add to what's already been built through the years. The Sunday event is truly something that's been on my heart since I came on the committee in 2016. It's something that I think, we've talked a lot about it, and this is, going back to the traffic on the air show days, I said if we could have and this is all, just the thoughts and things, but if we had a Sunday event where people could come and worship and do things and already be in there for the air show and not have to worry about trying to get everybody in there at once. So all of these things that are event related as well, but just the heart of Sunday is truly just giving back to the community.
Excellent.
Again, the sponsors have gone above and beyond. You have all these volunteers, 200 plus volunteers that are serving and helping, and then the community comes and spends money and spends time with us. Sunday is just giving back to them, and then giving back to the Lord. He's blessed us with a great festival for many years, and we're calling it Praise in the Park. We have a lot of the faith-based organizations have come together to help put this together. We'll have some vendors that are all faith-based back in the back. We'll have a few that have some giveaways. We have some Toomey luggage we're going to give away on Sunday. We have some Planet Fitness memberships we're going to give away on Sunday. And so we have free food. The Thriftway and Lions is providing the food for us. We are so thankful for that. We have some churches that are filling in the gaps on some items needed there. And then we have the Masonic Lodge is helping us prepare the Boston Butts for the barbecue sandwiches. It's been amazing to see how everybody's kind of kicked in for that event. And these are two guys that, again, it's like we said on the other. I mean, their ticket prices, if you went and bought tickets, would be, on up there.
Easily $40, $50.
$40, $50. And this is a free act or a free night for everybody. We're going to have Heritage and Robert Toombs. We'll have students singing. We have a couple other local talents that are singing. The Wardlaw brothers are going to be bringing some music, and we are excited. I've actually been telling my parents about them since I moved over here, and so my parents are coming to hear them. So, and then and they're, I mean, we take it for granted because they're local, but that's a professional group that we get to hear for free on Sunday. So I am very excited. I'm very excited about Sunday and how it's shaping up. So
this is great. One last thing before we go, gentlemen. Volunteers, do we have plenty? Do we need more?
We never have enough.
We never turn volunteers down. It's been a great year, but the people have really stepped up. We have one cool item I'd like to kind of mention. We Jet Foods, who is a major sponsor for the festival, they are able to provide the Hunt Brothers Pizza Wagon for us each year. And what I'd like people to know is everything that is spent at the Hunt Brothers Pizza Wagon goes back to the festival committee. Jet Foods does that as a part of their sponsorship. So if you buy a slice of pizza from them, that money is coming back to the festival. And so we have people that will be working in that wagon for us, all the way to security, to helping us with things downtown, and of course the committee will be working as well. We do have a couple spots. Miss Heather Mead always helps us with the volunteers. Reach out to her. I think there's a few areas in some tents that we still need some people as of last night. The Forge and some of the recovery centers have stepped up. Their people step in and volunteer. They're putting up tents for us. It's just truly a community event. It's great to see. But if you have any interest in volunteering, if your kid or students need volunteer hours, reach out to me, reach out to Heather. Excellent. We'll find somewhere to plug them in.
Good. Well, listen, you have, as I say, provoked another spirit of arousal, and I'm just happy and elated. This is excellent, man, and thank you all. Thank you for the work you do. you talked about Andy having a day job. Both of you two have day jobs. In fact,
I hear we do.
That's right.
I just want to say I've always dreamed of being Andy, so this is kind of a special event for me today.
That's
Yeah,
Dream come true.
That's right.
Well, you did a good job, Brad. I just want to let you know. But I mean, for you all to do the things that you've done and bring this to the community, it's outstanding. So, on behalf of all of us and the listeners, thank you for all the work that you do, and we're excited about it, and we're excited about the things that are going to be happening in our city on next week. And we're just looking forward to everybody coming together and have a good time.
Yes.
So it requires everybody to be patient with each other. This is all about fun and love and unity. Everybody, just take a stress pill and just have a good time.
That's right.
You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Smile at each other and do what we do with Southern hospitality.
That's it.
And this is great, gentlemen. Just thank you so much. Y101 will be there. And if you want to tune in to our station and listen to the events, we'll be making our way in and around the events and keeping you posted. In the meantime, you can go to VidaliaOnionFestival.com. You can also download the app. Again, that is
Eventney.
Eventney.
And then
Eventney.
go
That's
search for
E-E-
Vidalia Onion Festival
Okay.
inside of the Eventney app. That's right.
Eventney. That's EVENTNY.
Correct.
EVENTNY. If you download that app, you can go in and find the Vidalia Onion Festival, download, and you have all the events right there in the palm of your hands, and you can keep up with everything that's going on. I think we've covered everything, gentlemen, and thank you so much for coming in. Once again, shouts out to all of the committee members, and shouts out to all of those who will be volunteering on next week. We're just looking forward to having a good time once again for the Sweet Onion Festival. As always, we want to thank Dave Allen for everything that he does. Thank you, Miss Dorothy Davis, and you can watch this show if you want to see it again. Go to our website, tcbbroadcasting.com. That's tcbbroadcasting.com, and you can see what the debonair Brad Owens looked like. I mean, he one-upped me this morning.
He's sharper dressed
Came
than
in
all
with
of
a
us
suit
always.
and a pink shirt on.
Easter has come
Only
and
the
gone.
doc does that here, man.
Cold days, no more cold days. So now it's time to look springy.
Yeah, man, you look pretty good, bro. And as always, you definitely want to see what the old debonair Jake Cleghorn, the smooth one, what he looks like. So go to our website, tcbbroadcasting.com, and take a look. And ladies and gentlemen, let's just have a good time. Come back again on next week. We'll be here with another fabulous show, and we look forward to having you. I'm the host, the Doc. Be blessed, everybody. Take care. See you next time.
You've been listening to Community Matters with host Tony Doc Wardlaw, sponsored by Todd Padgett Housing Center in Claxton and by Vidalia Federal in Lyons and Vidalia. Tune in again next week to see what is happening in our community on Community Matters, a service of TCB Broadcasting.